Today on Email Splat TV, we're going to talk about how to automate with soul. Let's go. Hey, before we jump into today's video, I just wanted to take a minute and invite you to a special webinar I have coming up on April 23rd, 2021. Now, this webinar is for anyone who's ever purchased one of my Ontraport training programs. So if that's you, you'll be able to jump on this webinar and ask me anything you want about Ontraport, about your accounts, about webhooks, about custom objects, about strategy, about just anything that's had you stumped, confused inside of Ontraport, maybe something that support couldn't help you with. You'll be able to get on that call and ask me anything about your account. Now, if you haven't purchased one of my Ontraport training products yet, well, hey, jump down in the description below, there's a link, and there you can find out more information about a couple different training programs I have, and then you could get on that call as well. So, hope to see you there, and now let's jump into today's video. Now, when people hear the word automation, they tend to jump straight to robots. They start thinking about Rosie from the Jetsons or Johnny Five from Short Circuit. No disassemble! We jump right to robots, right? That's what we think of when we think of automation. And therefore, people kind of tend to put automation with this soulless thing, right? That automation takes all the character out of it. It feels cold. It feels like I'm just one of the masses that you're marketing to, or one of your customers, and I'm just a number, right? That's what people tend to jump to when they think of automation, but it doesn't have to be that way. So I'm going to give you 3 things that you can think of to put some soul back into your automations. Well, idea 1. When you're writing emails for your automations, what you say in those emails really matters. Saying things like, I saw you went to my checkout page, but you didn't buy. I saw you were on this page. I saw you haven't opened my last 5 emails. When I started saying I saw you do these things, that's creepy, right? It's Big Brother-ish. And that's where people feel like they're dealing with a robot, like something looking over their shoulder. So choose different words. Don't come out and say, hey, I'm spying on you, but instead say, hey, do you need some help with? Hey, wondering if you're still interested in this product and you need some help. Hey, how can we help you with this? Instead of saying, I saw you were on this page and you didn't buy. It's just way less creepy, way less dealing with a robot. The other part of words matter is remember that some of these emails that you write may be going out for months to follow, years to follow. So saying things like in your email copy, like I was at a picnic last week. Well, if someone's getting that email in the middle of February, they're going to be thinking, what the hell were you doing at a picnic last week? It was 20 degrees below zero. So just remember that some of these things you write are going to be timeless. And so write them as though they're timeless. Remember that someone might be reading this at any point during the year. They might be reading this at Christmas. They might be reading this when some national or international catastrophe hits, like Corona. So do you need to go back and revamp some of those later? Saying I was just doing this when they know you weren't, or saying, that something happened in the news that happened 5 years ago and they're reading it today, that's just, again, makes me feel like I'm dealing with a robot and not a real person. Remember to make those emails timeless. The second idea that's going to put some soul back into your automation, giving yourself reminders to personalize. So instead of just sending out emails based on something happening, instead send yourself reminders where you can step in. And the way I like to use this is birthdays. I could take all my friends, I could dump them into my CRM, and I could email them on their birthday and say, hey, happy birthday, first name. But they're going to look at that and go like, what? That's kind of weird. Why would Neil send me that? Instead, I let automation remind me that, hey, today is their birthday. And then I pull out my phone, where's my phone, and I text them. And I usually text them some personalized meme, something that would mean something to the two of us, right? And not just some, hey, it's your birthday, random, templated email that doesn't have any soul. I just remind myself so I can put my own personality and character in it, and our relationship. I can put our relationship in there and not just be, the same thing to everyone. But I'm using automation to remind me of these things, so I don't have to remember that, hey, today's Tom's birthday. I let automation remind me that today's Tom's birthday, and then I can step in and do something about it. And the final thing, get creative. So jumping back to this birthday example, on my birthday this year, I think I got 4 emails from people that it was just weird. It was the soulless, creepy, robotic emails that just said, hey, we've got automation, so we're going to use it and send you a birthday message. I got one from a car dealer. I got one from a bank. I got one from a doctor I haven't seen in 10 years is sending me a birthday message. I went there once, and every year they send me a birthday message. Why? It's creepy. You don't know that it's my birthday. We all know that this is automated. It is automated beyond automated. So instead of doing those things that everybody else is doing, get creative. Send a birthday message, not to the customer. Send the birthday message to the product you sold the customer. So if I installed a furnace in somebody's house, every year I could send a birthday message to that furnace and say, hey, happy birthday, we installed you a year ago today. Hey, happy birthday, it's your 2-year birthday, we installed you 2 years ago today. That's using automation in a more creative way that feels less robotic and is just having fun, right? That's almost like, one of my favorite sayings is, if you can't hide it, paint it red. In other words, if I can't hide something, I'm just going to shine a spotlight on it and I'm going to turn it into a benefit. And so if you're going to use automation, you can shine a spotlight on it and turn it into a benefit. And that's where, like a birthday for a furnace is creative. They all know that it's automated, right? But it's fun. They get it. They're going to remember you for that. So what other ways could you use ideas like that, a birthday for a furnace? Well, there's some ideas to put a little bit of soul into your automation so you are not confused with a robot. If you like this idea, subscribe to the channel. We're always talking about automation, and never miss an episode of Email Splat TV. All right, until next week, keep automating.